Just moments ago, a passenger noticed a crack forming on the airplane window. He shouted a warning, but the plane had already taken off under full throttle. The captain came to inspect and guessed that the crack was from a bullet fired by soldiers who had been chasing the plane. But instead of taking emergency precautions, the captain told the passenger to just sit next to the crack and keep an eye on it. Naturally, Toby wasn't having it. If that window gave out, he'd be sucked straight out of the cabin. The captain insisted it was double-paned glass and perfectly safe, but the major on board wasn't buying it. He stood up and barked at the captain, telling him to cut the act. With the sun now mutated, anyone exposed to sunlight was forced to flee into the night. It was the great equalizer, so all decisions now had to be made by group vote. The captain refused. He was still responsible for the passengers' safety. The major laughed at the idea. Airlines didn't even exist anymore. In this new world, whoever held the weapon made the rules. The captain, offended, dared the major to shoot him, the only pilot on board. While the two men were arguing, alarms suddenly blared from the cockpit. The captain rushed in to investigate, but before they could figure anything out, the alarms abruptly stopped. Confused, they checked for false triggers, but then the alarm went off again. The captain realized this wasn't random. It had to be someone tampering with the wiring. Kelly was skeptical. Who could possibly climb into a plane mid-air from thousands of feet up? The captain was just as baffled, but a chilling realization hit them. The only one who could be aboard was one of the soldiers who had been chasing the plane earlier. If he sabotaged the electrical systems, the entire aircraft could be doomed. The captain immediately climbed to 10,000 meters and opened the landing gear doors, hoping to freeze the stowaway and dump him into the ocean. But before that could happen, the passengers began to suffer. The sudden change in altitude increased cabin pressure, pushing the cracked window past its limits. A woman ran to find help, but it was too late. The glass shattered. The plane lost balance and shook violently. Oxygen masks dropped down like a lifeline, and everyone scrambled to put them on. The captain quickly retracted the landing gear and descended to a lower altitude, but the turbulence barely let up. Jim, the mechanic, held his breath and crawled toward the broken window. He used a steel plate to temporarily seal the breach. The immediate danger was finally contained, at least for now.